Today I want to talk about Memorial Day from my informative speech. I want to give people the actual history behind one of our many days of remembrance in our great country, helping give a better understanding of what we should remember, the lives given all for our freedom, not so we can have a 3-day weekend and a barbecue with our family and friends. I'll be covering the meaning and history of Memorial Day and the lives given to protect this great country. So, now let's look into the origin of this Day of Remembrance. It was started in the town of Waterloo, New York. They are credited with starting Memorial Day, or which was known before as Decoration Day. Now, on May 5th, 1866, citizens closed their shops and businesses so that everyone could decorate all the graves of the fallen soldiers. Now, the leader of the Union Veteran Association, General John A. Logan, he pushed to unite all the decoration services into one national holiday. At this time, under his General Order Number 11, he designated May 30th Decoration Day. On the first Decoration Day, there were 5,000 orphans, widows, and other mourners gathered at Arlington Cemetery, placing flowers and ribbons on the 20,000 graves of fallen soldiers. Now, throughout the 19th century, it grew in popularity with reenactments of famous battles such as Gettysburg, but by the end of the century, it was renamed Memorial Day, which 1971 it was declared a national holiday, celebrated on the last Monday of May, which was passed by Congress with the National Holiday Act of 1971 to ensure a 3-day weekend for federal holidays. Yes. Now, as I said before, there were reenactments of famous battles. Well, the South refused to acknowledge the day, honoring their dead on separate days until after World War I, when the holiday finally changed from honoring just those who died fighting in the Civil War to honoring Americans who died fighting in any war. So, several southern states, still at this time, have an additional separate day for honoring the Confederate war dead. Now, in Texas is January 19th. April 26th in Alabama, Florida, Georgia, and Mississippi, and May 10th in South Carolina, and also June 3rd in Louisiana and Tennessee. So, now that we, excuse me, now that we know the real history behind this Day of Remembrance, let's take a look at the significance and number of lives lost. Now, the amount still counted as missing from all of our wars are 1,600 from Vietnam, 8,000 from Korea, and 73,000 plus from World War II. Now, if we look at this, I have a number of, from each war, how many service members who lost their lives. There are 4,435 from the American Revolution, 2,260 from the War of 1812, and an estimated 1,000 from the Indian Wars, 13,283 from the Mexican War, 498,332 from the Civil War, 2,446 from the Spanish-American War. Now, there were 116,516 from World War I, and World War II, 405,399, 54,246 from the Korean War, 90,220 from Vietnam, Desert Shield, Desert Storm, 1,948, Operation Iraqi Freedom, 4,422, 66 from Operation Noon Dawn, and 2,220 from Operation Enduring Freedom, totaling up to 1,196,793. Out of the total war casualties, over 300,000 of which are buried at the Arlington National Cemetery in Washington, D.C. Now, there is an average of 28 burials that occur each weekday at Arlington, so that's 6,900 annually. That's a lot. So, after giving all the numbers and looking back at all the missing heroes from each World War, I would like to conclude that today I've covered the origin of what we now celebrate as Memorial Day, and remembered the many lives that we have lost while serving to protect this great country. So I really want everyone to actually just look at this and think how much Memorial Day has turned into a time to celebrate the lives of our fallen heroes while serving to protect our great nation. And it might be a 3-day weekend for everybody, but it's still a day of mourning and remembrance of those that have fallen. Thank you.